السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. أنا حسين سامو. أنتم تستمعون الآن إلى IIUM FM Your Campus Radio.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So today you are with me, DJ Eudina, and my partner,
DJ WAWA.
So this segment is a listen up segment from 2 to 3 p.m. for today program. So today we have a special guest in our Conti today. So I want to say thank you to Dr. SHAFIZAN because come to this Conti and want to come with us to make a discussion and sharing session for today. And after that, my partner DJ Naja will introduce a little bit about our guest today before we go into our discussion today.
Okay, so today with us, we have Associate Professor T.S. Dr. SHAFIZAN binti Mohammed, the Coordinator of Communication and Media Center from Abdul Hamid Abu Sulaiman, Kuliah of Islamic Revealed Knowledge and Human Sciences as IRKHS. Doctor has further studies in Bachelor of Multimedia, Media Innovation and Entrepreneurship at Multimedia University, MMU. And then Doctor had further studies in Master's Degree of Human Sciences in Communication at IIUM, mashallah. And then Doctor had further studies also in Doctor of Philosophy in Arts Communication at Monash University, Clayton Campus in Melbourne, right?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, very wonderful. And Doctor also has some professional membership. She is a member of the Malaysian Board of Technologies. They'll give her the title TS, okay, and a member of Malaysian Association of Communication Educators, MACE.
Yeah, okay. So this is a little bit information and background about Dr. SHAFIZAN. So today we actually have Dr. SHAFIZAN in our Conti for we want to talk about COMET. So what is COMET actually, DJ Najwa?
Oh, COMET is actually a center, Communication and Media Center. Today we will talk about the Cometic 2024 program organized by the COMET, which is Communication and Media Center. Cometic 2024 actually stands for Communication and Media Center International Conference 2024. Before this, COMET actually had organized CORINA, a communication research seminar from 2019-2023, and for this year we have Cometic 2024 with the themes of communication and media pause, reflecting values and impacts, and we have 10 sub-themes for Cometic 2024. So if you're actually curious about the where and when, it is actually on 16th until 17th October 2024 at IIUM International Institute of Islamic Thought and Civilization.
Okay, so my partner, DJ Najwa, has explained a little bit about what is COMET and what is will be where is and when Cometic 2034 will be had. So maybe I want to ask a little bit to our beloved guest today. So Doctor, can you explain further about the COMET and its coming program called Cometic 2034? So this stage is yours now.
Okay, thank you so much. First of all, thank you so much IIUM for having me here today, and also DJ Edina and DJ WAWA for making me very comfortable. So yes, going right to your question. So COMET is, as I've mentioned by DJ WAWA just now, is the Communication and Media Center. So we are a research and innovation hub under our kuliah, okay, the kuliah of Abdul Hamid Abu Sulaiman, kuliah of Islamic Revealed Knowledge and Human Sciences in IIUM. So as a research hub, our focus is obviously on media and communication. So because as we see that the world we live in today, where media and communication is very, very important, so it becomes as if our responsibility lah to have this center where we can just not teach or do research, but also have intellectual discourses, activities in relation to communication and media. So based on this objective lah, one of our activities and probably our main activity this year is the Communication and Media Center International Conference 2024, which is, we call it Cometic 2024. So it will be held in October, October 16th and 17th. So it's not far away, around 4 more months. So our main objective of having this Cometic is to have an event where not just academics or researchers, scholars, is for anyone who has interest, okay, in media and communication, for us to sit down, have a discussion, learn about research that has been done, okay, and talking about probably trying to find solutions, okay, with issues that relate to media and communication. So that is why our theme for this year is Media and Communication Pause, reflecting on values and ethics. So because as we can see, the world today, there's a lot of issues, problems, but at the same time, there's a lot of interesting developments, especially with media. We talk about AI, we talk about what we call it, the changing of the way we do business and interact with one another. So because these changes are very revolutionary, okay, can be quite scary. So we felt that in COMET, it's probably also wise for us to have a pause, just to look at, okay, what is happening around us, okay, with all of these issues, okay, let us reflect. Okay, because when we talk about all these dynamic changes, okay, we tend to focus on the operations of the businesses, how media, we focus on entertainment, political change. But essentially, all of the media activities and communication activities must go back to their fundamental roots that is focused on imparting good values, as well practicing ethics, ethical practices. So this is why we felt that it's very important lah that we have this conference this year.
Doctor, do we also include the if we can discuss about the regulation on the media and communication?
Yes, of course. We have, although we have promoted 10 sub-teams, but actually we are quite open, because the discipline of media and communication obviously is very diverse and very wide. So if one of the topic is about regulation, and if there are people who would like to present on regulations and policy making, they are very much welcomed. And obviously issues of policies and like you said, regulation is very important nowadays. And actually, for the listeners' information, one of our speakers will be Madam Madiha Mahmud. She is the CEO of Forum Content in Content Forum Malaysia. So Content Forum is a regulatory body lah, okay, where they look at media content. Okay, so they will look at, ethical practices, putting on guidelines, regulation, okay, affecting policies. So having her would help, inform this issue that you just mentioned about. And I think it would be great for anyone who is interested to know more about media policies and regulations to join us.
So thank you, Doctor, for your insightful answer, and I think very beneficial answer also, because we can more understand what is COMET is actually is, and what is Cometic 2034 will be in what is in the Cometic 2034. So we will go to the next question. That's maybe Dr. can give us what is actually difference between before this COMET has held Corona, right? So what is difference between Corona and Cometic 2034?
Okay, there's significant differences lah between Corona and Cometic. Corona stands for Communication Research Seminar. So it's a seminar, and it has actually been organized internally. So we actually suggest an avenue for scholars as well as members of COMET and students in IIUM especially to discuss about their research. Although while it is internal, we do invite others, but it is more in terms of a small scale. And it is really focused on presentations of research that has been done. And we do it annually. But now we think we would like to take a step higher, okay, by organizing a conference. So a conference is bigger in scale, obviously, and incorporates more than just presentation of research. So we hope to achieve a more diverse, what we call it, interesting collection of not just research, sharing of experiences, okay, innovations, discussions, okay, among scholars, practitioners, and whoever's that has, interest in this area of media and communication. So Cometic is, I would say, this a bigger platform lah, compared to Corina. Yeah.
So Doctor, actually you had mentioned students involved in Corina before, right? Do they usually present their thesis paper?
Yes,
during Corina?
students are allowed to present whatever research paper that they have. It does not necessarily have to be from their thesis, but although students usually prefer to do that because they are already in that line and doing that research, but we do not limit to what kind of papers they present as long as it is relevant to the theme, and mostly in terms of media and communication.
And Corina also start at 2019 and 2023. Between those years, do you see any positive change in students' involvement in Corina?
Yes, definitely. We get to see every year there are more and more students.
Wow.
But for now, it is limited to postgraduate students. That maybe we can start to offer to undergraduate students, because undergraduate students also do research, especially with your FYP. And I know some students who have done very exceptional good research. So they have a platform to share. So I can see in terms of the increase of numbers of presentations from students, as well as the improvement in the quality of the research that they present. And I think most exceptionally is also in terms of the confidence the students have. The students today are more confident with their research findings and are more open to have a discussion on about their research. So I think that's why we have it every year, because I think it's a very positive activity lah, to assist our students and encourage research activities.
So usually for Corina, do we have a website or a platform that we can refer any sources or information of the students' work there?
Oh, okay. Actually, we have an archive of the past Corinas, presentations. You can go to our website, comet.iium.edu.my. Okay, we have a special page on Corina where we got linked to all the YouTube presentations, so you can get a feel of these past presentations. So yeah, that is with regards to Corina.
And for further project in Communication and Media Center in 2024, actually, what can we expect? Can we expect the COMET will be organizing Cometic or maybe Corina again?
Okay, as I've mentioned previously, this year our main focus is definitely Cometic lah. And because it is a conference and it is an international conference, so it will take a lot of efforts on our end. Lots of resources and commitment. So we have focused all of this to the conference. So this year, Cometic will be the forefront lah. So Corina will make way for Cometic. So probably next year we will continue with Corina, because the plan is Cometic will be every 2 years. So yeah, because to organize a conference, it takes a lot of work.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the financial.
Yes, of course, that's the most important thing, the financial implications.
Yes.
Because Corina is smaller scale, so relatively easier to organize.
Yes. I see.
Okay, so the next year we will hear about the Corina, right? So
Yes. Next year I will see your presentations, yeah?
Inshallah. Okay, so thank you, Rata, for actually we now understand what is Corina means and the differences between Corina and Cometic actually.
Yes.
Okay, so before we begin our session today, I think we can take a break for 3 minutes, and after that we will continue our session. So do not forget to tune in to IFM and stay tuned with me
And DJ WAWA.
and Dr. SHAFIZAN also. Okay, thank you.
Come back later.
The second part lah.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum and welcome back with me, DJ Irdina.
And me, DJ WAWA.
So today we have our beloved guest, Dr. SHAFIZAN. So we actually have discussed about the what is COMET actually before this, and what is Corona and Cometic also. So today now we want to begin our question about the Cometic 2024 that we will have for this year, right? So, doctors, this year, the topic for the Cometic 2024 is communication and media practice. So, maybe what may I know that among this discussion or research, that what is the topics that audience may look forward?
Okay, all right, yes. Communication and media pause, reflecting values and ethics. That is our theme. So, interested parties can get a better idea lah when we talk about communication pause. That means here we are more focused on discussing about, okay, how do we navigate or how do we manage, okay, all these changes, okay, all these rapid developments that are affecting the media and communication discipline, especially in relations to new technologies. But that is the theme. Obviously, okay, the sub-themes, okay, the point of discussion is varied, very diverse. Because when we talk about media and communication, it could be any components. So we are going to have special sessions on or presentations in parallel sessions that focuses on communication, corporate communication, new technologies, media. So like I said, there are many sub-themes that we have prepared. And to further strengthen this, what we call it, content, we also have with us multiple and reputable keynote speakers from Malaysia as well as international speakers that would talk about both media and communication. And I think one of the advantage also for this conference is that we don't just focus on one, we talk about both media and communication, because sometimes media tends to get the limelight because it's more about the spectacle, about the entertainment, but it is also mostly powered by this communication process. So yes, so I think that goes back to your question just now, talking about what we will be discussing during the conference.
Alright.
And if you can share with us, maybe one keynote speakers that we can expect.
If you don't mind, I want to share about all three keynote speakers.
Oh yes, please.
Yes, because we have
2 or 3
prepared, okay, invited, okay, and fortunately to have them agreed, because we have three reputable speakers. Okay, our first main keynote speaker would be Tan Sri Johan Jaafar. So Tan Sri Johan Jaafar is tokoh wartawan negara. So means that his reputation, his contribution to the media industry, to journalism in Malaysia is unquestionable. So he will be talking about truth, trust, okay, and transparency in the media. So based on his experience, you know, he was the CEO of Media Prima. He has been the president of these associations, okay, winning awards, okay, and he has been known to be very open and daring when criticizing. So this is a very an opportunity lah for anyone to hear his thoughts on current events, and as well probably engage in some question and answer with him. And we also have with us Professor Dayan Kishan Thusu. So if you are an academic or scholar or you study communication, you will definitely know Prof Thusu, because Prof Thusu is an expert in global communication. Okay, so for those who have done research, okay, and their thesis have been citing Prof Thusu, okay, this is an opportunity to have him, you know, share with his thoughts in person. And also we have with us Dr. Adikarya. So Dr. Roni Adikarya is a very experienced academic, activist, scholars. So he have worked in Malaysia, in Indonesia. Currently he is in South Africa. So he has, currently he is in Hawaii. Okay, so he has served, for example, the World Bank as advisors in communications. So this is why I think our keynote speakers are exceptional. So I think people who are interested in communication should not pass this opportunity to hear them speak and probably also have an engaging conversations with them.
Yes, and Tan Sri Johan Jaafar may also be a role model for some communication students, right? And because he also had wide experience, so students should take this opportunity to learn from experts, and they should join. It's a pity to lose miss this opportunity to join Cometic 2024 on 16 until 17th October.
Alright, so actually, I want to ask about what should people join or participate this Cometic 2024?
Okay, why? Why should people participate? There are many reasons why they shouldn't miss being part of Cometic, either as paper presenters or participants. First of all, with regards to, like I've mentioned just now, we have gathered reputable speakers. Okay, so we have 3 keynote speakers that will be talking about 3 different areas. Tan Sri Johan Jaafar will be speaking about media and transparency. Prof. Tusu will be talking about global communication, international communication. And then Dr. Ronnie will be talking about digital disruptions. So we cover all these broad areas. And then on top of that, we also have 2 plenary sessions. That means we have called experts to discuss on 2 main titles. Okay, the first plenary session is on media leadership. So for that session, we have Datuk Yong. Datuk Yong is the president of Malaysian Press Institute. And then we have Datuk Suhaimi Sulaiman. He is the Director General of RTM, Radio Television Malaysia. And then we have Madam Mediha Mahmud, also the CEO of Content Forum. So these people are leaders, decision makers in the industry. Okay, so they can give us insights, okay, into what is happening, okay, something that maybe we don't normally get, especially if students, for example, that, you know, sometimes what you study and real, what we call it, experience may be quite different. Yeah. So this is for you to get straight from the experienced, what we call it, personalities. We also have a special plenary session on crisis communication. This is also a very important area because crisis is something that is always happening right now in Malaysia, and not just in Malaysia, all over the world. So we usually fail to see that in times of crisis, communication is the key of trying to managing crisis. So how best to effectively manage crisis? We have speakers. We have Prof. Said Arabi, who has a very what we call it, illustrious career. Okay, he has done a lot of research on crisis and has talked about crisis. And then we have Mr. Jaffrey. He is the president of Institute Public Relations Malaysia, IPRM. And as we know, when there's crisis, PR is very important. So we have him also, and we have Mr. Latif Puteh. He is the founder of White Associates, which is a strategic communication consultancies. So they are the ones who are in the field managing crisis. So these are among the things. And also in terms of our fee structures, I think our fees of presentations for presenters is around 500. Okay, for participants much less. So comparatively, that is a modest what we call it, price lah for you to enjoy all of these knowledge transfers. So I think that is one. And then another is we have a beautiful venue in Istak, okay, that we can allow our participants to have discussion but also enjoy the view, okay, take good photos. And yeah, and we are preparing for a good what we call it, an effective programs lah for that 2 days. So this is partly why
The
students, scholars, whoever should join us.
And there is some sub-theme that catch my interest. The AI and technological advancement. Actually, I was wondering how could we relate the media and communication field and the AI and technological advancement, if you could.
Alright, okay, that's a good question. Actually, AI is the media and communication today.
The new norms.
The new norms, okay, but while most people talk about AI as if they know what it is. Okay, actually we don't really understand what AI truly means. We just know it is something that is real but not real. Okay, so having it be discussed, okay, scholarly, okay, through by professionals, by what we call it, people who has done research on this area. Okay, we can get more information. Okay, and as well as prepare, because when we talk about AI, there is excitement, but there is also fear. Okay, we are fearful with what AI is doing, and I think as students, okay, I think you've been threatened many times that you're not going to get a job, for example, because AI is taking over. AI is even taking over K-pop, right? Okay, AI bans. So we no longer have a distinct, what we call it, boundary between reality and virtual reality. So that's why in this conference, it's not just talking about AI. We're trying to find a balance there. What do we do with this? So that's why we suggest we have to pause. We have to pause, okay, think about it. Okay, how do we respond, okay, with AI? So yeah, so this is what we are going to do lah.
I also had known about Esra Awani. They are having AI news anchor,
Yeah.
if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
It was actually interesting to have that, but then we also need regulation on that, because we want to control, because AI could also give some disadvantages,
Yes,
and
of course.
give the drawbacks back to the one who create AI, which is human. And what do you think about the regulation implementation in conducting, or in conducting and implementing the AI, and relating that to the media and communication?
Okay, there's two things here, AI and media and com. So in my areas, I would just relate it to both lah. Okay, AI in media and communication. So first, it's not easy to regulate media itself. Okay, and then to further regulate this fast-paced changing technology is also going to be much harder. And in this global world that we are living in, there is pressure for less regulation. So to talk about how to regulate, yes, governments, institutions, okay, they can try. Okay, governments, for example, in Malaysia, we've got cyber laws, okay, and we're trying to adjust laws to protect the audiences, okay, as well as businesses as well. Okay, and then institutions, businesses, media companies, they also need to play their roles. Even if there are no regulations, they need to establish their own ethical guidelines, okay, their own principles, so that they are not just governed by the desire to make profit, because obviously AI can cut a lot of cost. No longer, like you said, need to pay the newscaster. Okay, you don't have to pay royalties to the celebrities, okay, the K-pop bands, because they are all robots. Okay, so it takes what we call it, a systemic response lah. Institutions, governments, but I think most importantly is the need to have literacy. Okay, that as audiences, okay, everyday people, how do we respond to AI? Okay, how can we differentiate? Okay, are we able to differentiate between AI or not AI? Okay, do we feel, is it important, okay, to have a newscaster that is not human? Is it important or not? Okay, is it important to you? Right. You can say, oh, it's just newscaster. Doesn't matter if she's human or not human. So these are the things that we need to think about. Okay, of course, if you are the media company, what's the problem? Okay, okay, but when we talk about, for example, cultural ke, ethics ke, okay, we have AI, which are like robots that have no values. So these are issues that we need to talk about lah. But of course, AI is also very beneficial, and I'm sure you know that when you do your schoolwork, your assignment, okay, how AI has helped. All right, and we cannot what we call it, dismiss that. Okay, we cannot dismiss. We cannot say AI is bad and things like that. So we got to learn how to live with AI. Okay, and focus on how best lah to use it without compromising humanistic values. So yeah.
Because technology is also advancing every day in a fast pace. So we, as human, I think we need to learn. We need to have this skill to adapt.
Yes, that's very good.
To the
yes.
new.
We need to have the
environment.
knowledge, the skill, so that we own the technology and that the
Yes.
technology does not own us. So this is, we have to make sure that the human is king, not the technology is king. But I think it's going to be quite complicated lah, because we need to educate a lot of people.
Yes,
Yeah.
especially the new generation.
Especially the younger generation.
On the ethics.
Yeah, on the ethics. But to come to think about it, I don't think there's much of generational gap now. Even old people are very much technologically savvy, but they too do not know about what is right, what is wrong. So I think it affects everybody. Yeah.
And I also interested when you said that there is a pressure for less regulation from the institution, I think.
From the institutions, okay, from the global market, you have, media like Netflix coming, Spotify, YouTube, which I think that most of, not just younger generation, almost everyone are on this platform. Okay, not many are on local platform where the government can regulate. The government has no capacity to regulate Netflix, okay, to regulate Spotify. Okay, so this is why we say there is a pressure. So there is a pressure. So for the local media, then they're competing with an open, okay, what we call it, more entertaining. So they too would want to be less regulated. So in this case also, I think we cannot just blame the government. We have to look at the audience also. What are the audiences demanding? Okay, we talk about regulation, but I think as audiences, we want less regulation.
Is it because of the freedom of speech?
Yes, freedom of speech is one, but we must also understand that everything right now is a profit-making business. So, freedom of speech, profit-making business, and then the desire to
reputation.
grow, competition. So all of this is the contributing factors lah.
Okay, so I think this is the last question, right? Before we end our session today. So, what is expectation, Doctor, and hopes for this Cometic 2024?
Of course, my hope and expectation is that you will join us. And when I mean you, anyone who is listening, okay, DJ Edina, DJ Wawa, okay, or people who are scholars, practitioners to join us, okay, not just to increase the number of participants, but mostly so that we are able to have a fruitful, okay, engaging, and mostly effective conversations, and that out of this discussion, out of these paper presentations, we can come up with new ideas, new innovations. And like you said just now, AI, what do we do with AI? So maybe we can have something after we have this conference.
Okay, so DJ Azad, do you want to add?
So for students, don't forget to catch the early bird prize. I think 250 ringgit.
Yeah, somewhere there. I need to check it myself.
Yeah, we will share with you guys about the early bird prize and more. We will share more about Cometic 2024. Don't worry. Just stay tuned and tune in with IIUM FM, your campus radio, every day.
Yes. So I think we want to end our session today.
Yes.
With
insyaAllah.
I think maybe a little bit the
Last words from
the last word from Dr. Shafizan. So yeah.
Alright, so I would say that again, I am here to promote Cometic. Okay, I hope more people will join us, and most importantly, if you need more information, you can go to our website. You can go to comet.iium.edu.my. All of the relevant information, okay, anything you need to know about Comet, Corina, Cometic, you can go to our website.
Yeah, so don't forget to go to the Comet website to gain more information for this Cometic 2024. So lastly, I want to say thank you again to Dr. Shafizan.
Thank you, Doctor.
Yeah,
Thank you for having me.
because come to this conti and share with us what is Comet actually, and what is Comet 2034 actually. Okay, so Dijana, do you have any last word before we end our session today?
My last word is don't forget to catch the early bird prize before it ends. I will share later. And I think we can also expect so many things in Cometic 2024. We also have so many keynote speakers that we can learn and take advantage, especially for students in the industry to catch a glimpse in the industry of communication and media.
Alright, so that's all from us for today. So thank you, and don't forget to stay tuned and get more information from us. And do not forget to follow our social media also. And do not forget to go to Comet website also to get early
information about the Cometic 2024 and everything about Comet.
Okay, so that's all from us today. So thank you and Assalamualaikum.